Back here in Indianapolis, Media Days are rolling on, and it's a new era in East Lansing. A lot of new faces for Michigan State fans to get to know. First-year head coach Jonathan Smith bringing in 24 new guys from the portal, including a trio of offensive talent from his former team, Oregon State. Aiden Childs, a great young talent at the QB spot, and he's got some great weapons around him. And Jack Velling, who also came across from Corvallis, and running back Nate Carter. Those two here at Media Day alongside defensive back Dillon Tatum. Gentlemen, you're looking sharp on this set. How are we feeling? How's Media Day going?
Feeling great. Media Day is going great. Having a lot of fun out here with DT and Jack. Yes.
All right. Here's the thing. We're talking before we come on, and I said, what did you guys do this summer? And we're kind of making small talk. Turns out you had the best summer of any of us. You just got married.
I did.
Congratulations.
Thank
Tell
you.
us how it went.
Yeah. So I met my wife, Madison. Yeah,
got
the ring right here.
Be proud of it.
Yeah, I met my wife, Madison, when I actually first transferred here in January. And we were dating for about 8 or 9 months. I proposed to her in September. Thankfully, she said yes and got married in May.
It's been a whirlwind year, then I should say. And I think for all of you guys, there's been a lot of change. Obviously, Jonathan Smith is the new head coach. And Jack, I'll go down to you because I think you obviously came with him from Oregon State, so you knew what you were getting. What was that decision? When you found out that he was leaving for East Lansing, what were the conversations you had with him, and ultimately what led you to the green and white?
Yeah, it was a tough decision. A lot of factors went into it. The final thing that went into it was, I had, a good year last year and the year before that, and I thought, why would I leave and take a risk somewhere else when I can just come here and, try to take another step next year. So with him and Coach Lindgren and Coach Waz, it felt like the right decision for me.
Well, I want to talk about your game in a little bit because you are a special talent, and obviously you've got a connection with your quarterback. So we'll get to that in a second. But when you think about when there's a new coaching change, players do have a decision to make. Are you going to stay, or are you going to fit in the system that they're going to bring in? What was your decision point like when you decided ultimately that Jonathan Smith was the guy you wanted to play for?
Definitely, Coach Smith came with a great idea. We have a great thing going well, and we just want to continue to get better as a team, gel together, grow, learn from each other, get new wisdom. And at the end of the day, we want to win every game on our schedule. That's our end goal. And then you have the support from the fans, the support from the community, great people that just kept me here and had my back at every given point.
Well, I think it's interesting because, your head coach was a terrific quarterback himself at Oregon State. Now, I know you know that because you played for that program and you understand. But have you guys seen, the film of when he was a player back in the day? Is he taking any of that out? You're looking at me like no.
I have not seen that. I would love to see that film.
The 2001 Fiesta Bowl against Notre Dame is the one that I would recommend.
Okay.
Yeah.
You got it up?
Yeah, we don't have it up, but we can YouTube it right when we get on the set. And I do think it's really interesting to think about what you guys have going here because obviously Coach Smith was a legendary quarterback, but his offenses run the ball more than they throw it. So you seem like the perfect fit for this system. Tell me how it feels, your adjustment. What for you has it been like playing under him so far?
Yeah, I'd say it's been great. I think Coach Smith and his staff have done a great job to help me, and not just me, but also the other returning offensive players to be able to get acclimated to offense in a way where it's simple for us. And we are doing so much diverse things for the offense. It's so fun. It's a fun offense. It's an offense that you want to be a part of. It's an offense that a lot of people are going to be able to touch the ball. A lot of our receivers are going to be able to make plays. A lot of our tight ends from all offensive scales are going to be able to make plays and be able to help our team win. So it's great for us. I'm having a lot of fun with it, and I can't wait to see what we're going to do in the fall.
There is always a learning curve, though. So how has, when you think about the different things that Brian Lindgren, who's brilliant offensive mind, some of the different verbiage, and, you talk about a lot of different guys being able to touch the ball, what has been the learning curve?
Yeah, just learning the new terminology, learning the way that they do things and learning how they want things to be done. From being a part of different offenses throughout my college career, I realized that every single offense are different. Everybody's blocks differently, everybody runs differently, everyone calls different things differently. So it's exciting for me to, see and grow in my football IQ to be able to see these things, to be able to know these things. And Coach Lindgren and his entire offense staff done a great job to help me and everybody else to understand it well so we can be able to perform.
I'm thinking about all of the different connections you guys have, and one of the best parts about Media Day is getting to see all the players interact with each other, and you guys have relationships. A lot of you played with each other in high school. You played with Donovan Edwards in high school, and I know you two had a close relationship. I'm just curious what it was like watching him and Michigan make that run, the game that he had in the national championship, and your relationship now.
Me and Don, we talk at least once a week. He's a great guy. Nice run, but good luck to you, man.
There you go. Do you talk on rivalry week? Do you guys exchange messages then?
Give or take.
Okay.
But it's all, smack talk leading up to it.
Yeah.
And then during the week, he's just like, hey, you're going to do what you got to do. I'm going to do what I got to do. And so now I have the one up because he didn't break no tackle on me. Not a chance.
There you go. That's the only score that you guys are
Oh,
keeping.
yeah.
Jack, I think for people who, the Michigan State fans and Big Ten fans who are going to get to know you and your style of play, Jonathan Smith got up at the podium and he said you have the chance to be one of the best tight ends in the country. I know you have a great relationship with Aiden Childs. You obviously had good chemistry from working with him a year ago. Talk to me about how comfortable you feel. Obviously, this is a system you know well, but the guys you have around you, and specifically Childs, what can Michigan State fans expect from him?
Yeah, it's going to be a fun year. Aiden's I think he's going to shock a lot of people. It's just about getting everyone comfortable with the offense that we're running, and once everyone gets comfortable, it's going to be hard to stop. But no, it's Aiden. He's an exciting player to watch, and I would just say no play is dead when Aiden has the ball in his hands.
Yeah, that's well said. And you're an exciting player to watch too. In my memory, I'm remembering that 3-touchdown game that you had against Cal last year. I think you had 4 catches, and I remember watching you in the postgame interview. You hadn't broke a sweat. What is it that you take pride in about your game?
I think I take pride in making it physical, be physical, but also opening it up and getting open in the pass game and kind of being a that safety net for Aiden but I'm pumped for this year, and I think it's going to be an awesome season for us.
Now, coming from Oregon State, I know you didn't have a lot of green in your wardrobe, right? Because the Oregon Ducks, your rival, that was not a color that you guys like. Now you have a lot of green. You guys are going to go play the Oregon Ducks at Autzen Stadium in October. You've played there. You obviously beat them your freshman year at home in Corvallis. But what is the experience of playing a team like that? You see what they're building. A lot of people are saying they're going to compete for a national championship. Have you told these guys about that experience?
It's kind of I haven't really talked much about it. I'm excited to go down there and play, but at the same time, it's another game that we're just going to try to put that tally in the win column. So not trying to think about it too much, but it's exciting. Hopefully, I'm going to get some family down to that game, so I'm excited.
What was it like for you guys when you found out that that we went through 2 expansions, first USC, UCLA, then Oregon and Washington, being a part of this conference now, knowing that you're going to get to play some different teams? From the player's perspective, what was that like?
Yeah, I think for me it's great. It's amazing that we're enlarging this conference, and it's amazing that we're enlarging this conference with great competition. Like you just mentioned, teams like Oregon, USC, UCLA, Washington, they're all great teams, and it's exciting for me to be able to go to these different stadiums, to be able to play at these stadiums, because I've never even been anywhere near there before. So it's an exciting experience for me, and I'm sure that it's exciting for the rest of the college football fan base as well.
I can't wait. I've never been to Oregon. Haven't been to California since I was a baby. So it's going to be an exciting time. Just wait to hit somebody on their team. That's my goal.
I have a feeling you're going to do that.
Oh, yeah.
That's
my job.
That goal is going to be achieved. All right. I got to ask you, AFCA Good Works team, you were just named to that. And I think we can talk a lot about what you're doing on the field and how impressive that is. But tell us why. I was reading all these press releases that you were named to the Good Works team, but it's for community and leadership. Tell me what you're involved with away from football.
Yeah, no doubt. I would say one of my biggest things I did this summer, other than getting married, I hosted a football camp down in Rochester, New York. And that was huge for me because it was an opportunity for me to put on a camp for those in Rochester who don't get looked at. Coming from a small town in Rochester, New York, we don't get the notoriety that kids down like in Texas or Cal get. So it's encouraging for those guys to see me be like, hey, like this guy was in our area. He played school. Some of these guys even played against me, and it's like, hey, if this guy can do what he's done from coming from our area and be where he is right now, then I can too. So it was encouraging for me to see how many people came out and supported. And I hope I was encouragement to all those kids to be like, hey, you can be in my steps. All it takes is hard work and dedication.
I think it's easy to forget how many young kids look up to you guys. I hope you feel it. And I hope you see it, and moments like that you create are important. Do you remember, it wasn't all that long ago that you guys were young pups looking to the older guys. Who were the guys that you used to look up to, whether it was somebody in college or the NFL? Who were some of the guys that you used to love watching play?
Yeah, growing up, I went to so many state games. It's like I can't even count. But definitely Le'Veon Bell, LJ Scott, Lawrence Thomas, all those guys, great leaders, great football players. And I just remember getting their signatures all on this one little helmet that I still have. I keep on my desk now, And now that I'm in that position, I'm just blessed to be here, thanking God for these talents and bringing these people along with me, for my teammates, because that's what it's about.
Amen.
Yeah, I mean, just being from, Pacific Northwest, grew up, watching Washington play a lot, tight ends play, like, think about like Austin Safarian Jenkins and Kate Otten, watching those guys and growing up and, wanting to be like them, and even, John Ross and just guys like that. So I think it's definitely you got to kind of take a step back and realize like really how many kids do look up to you and to us.
Amen to all of that. Okay, we got the pictures, because here's the deal. Your wife is fabulous. Madison?
Yes.
Okay, can we give a shout out to Madison, because we got
there she is.
From the wedding day, May 18th.
May 18th.
My biggest piece of wedding advice to you, or marriage advice, is make sure that you put that in your calendar. You knew the date when I asked you, but it's only been 3 months removed, so just congratulations. This is an exciting new time. She's a beautiful bride. Did you get to go on a honeymoon?
Yes, we did. We went on a Royal Caribbean cruise the day after. It's been amazing, and it's going to be my life goal to go on a cruise every single year.
Hey, you're living large.
Thank
I love
you.
that.
Can I get a fist bump too?
Yeah, fist bump, man.
Man. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed the off season, because your schedule is no walk in the park when you guys get things going in the fall just around the corner. How about that stretch starting September 28th against Ohio State? That's a gauntlet. Friday night game at Oregon, home against Iowa, then at Michigan to close out the month of October. But it all officially kicks off August 30th against FAU right here on Big Ten Network. Gentlemen, thank you. Good luck in camp, and good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you so much. Go
Thank you so
green.
much for
Thank
having
you.
us.
Go green.